This is not a building.
This is a presentation.
The Japanese Tunnel is a 300-meter-long tunnel located in Matina, Balusong, Talomo, Davao City. It was built during the Second World War by Filipino forced laborers under the Japanese Imperial Army and served as a hideout for Japanese soldiers to escape the American and Filipino soldiers. Today, it has been repurposed as the Japanese Tunnel Family Resort and Restaurant.
This is not a building. It is a habit.
Tunnels provide animals with a secure space from harsh weather and a narrow entrance from predators. It gives a safe living space for a diverse species of animal groups, vertebrates and invertebrates. During the observation of the Japanese tunnel, birds' nests were seen, indicating that birds are inhabitants of the tunnel. Birds use tunnels as a habitat because their temperature is best for nesting and out of reach from predators. Millipedes were also seen, who are drawn to damp and dark places, which explains their presence in the tunnel.
This is not a building. This is slavery. During the Second World War, slaves and prisoners were ordered by the Japanese Imperial Army to dig this very tunnel that took 2 years to complete. This is one example of the imperialist domination of Japan. Additionally, the myth of the Yamashita treasure can be related to the topic. The Filipinos were forced to bury the treasure and then executed to keep the treasure a secret. As Abinales said, the Japanese had practically a free hand to shape Davao to their liking. It is with no doubt that the Japanese were capable of subjecting Filipinos, specifically Davaoenos, to slavery. With this, we can say that the tunnel is the manifestation of imperialism and the product of slavery. This is not a building. This is meaning-making. Reinforcing historical reenactment was implied by placing statues depicting Japanese soldiers using the space with props made of cement to look like 18-karat gold. These additions of ornaments supposedly simulate the scenario in which this space was in its prime. And careful placement of figures makes the realities of the Japanese tunnel prone to misrepresentation. The absence of Filipino figures suggests insinuation of their struggles upon building the tunnel. The invalidation of the experiences excludes the process of the viewers upon meaning-making. Positively, the tunnel introduces and recognizes the Japanese occupation. However, these recognitions unfortunately subsidize the true horror of their coming, especially in the context of the World War II. This is not a building. This is a vault. As the area was excavated by its landowners in preparation for hotel construction, passageways, armaments, and artifacts were discovered inside the tunnel. During the excavation, gold molders were also found inside the tunnel. This sparked the suspicion that the tunnel had been used by the Japanese Imperial Army to dig for gold or store their treasure. Furthermore, the tunnel was also used as an armory to store vintage guns, explosives, rifles, machine guns, and ammunition. One can question, why was the location called Japanese Tunnel rather than the Japanese War Tunnel?
This is not a building. It is a commodity.
The Japanese Tunnel, which was once a disturbing part of Philippine colonial history, has been commercialized and is now known as the Japanese Tunnel Family Resort and Restaurant. Upon entering the resort, visitors are immediately met by the tunnel and are asked to pay 70 pesos to explore the tunnel, accompanied by a tour guide. Its conversion into a resort hotel property has made it one of Davao's major tourist attractions. The discovery of the tunnel has influenced the architectural design of the resort, as well as the motif. Cherry blossoms, Japanese statues, dolls, furniture, ornaments, and paintings. The gabled entrance of the tunnel also evoked the look of a mon, or a kirizuma zukuri, which is a traditional Japanese gate used at temple or castle entrances. Kanji texts were also used in the signages, while logos were created with Japanese fonts. Ultimately, the resort exhibits clear signs of Japonism.
Upon all of these thoughts, still, this is not a building.